auctioning off, just stupid stuff, a lot of things, some paranormal things, some not, whatever, because he's a crazy guy. Well, so he had this Ouija board.
Oh, boy.
And yeah, okay, and it was a vintage one, it was like 1972. I'm like, well, yeah, okay, that's cool, and so I'm like, okay, yeah. He goes, okay, I sold it $1. Yeah, I'll take that for $1. So I got it. Well, I get it home.
He actually should have paid you to take it seriously. He should have paid you more than $1. He should have paid you $1,000 just to take that thing and get it out of. Yeah, that way all his troubles would go to you, not him anymore.
Right. Yeah, but this is where it gets really weird. And again, something that is like, okay, what? So I get it home. I don't know if it was the next day. I opened it up and I took the planchette out, and then that little cardboard piece that surrounds it. Well, so at the bottom of the box on the inside, okay, written is this board belongs to Gary. He's a time traveler. What? Okay, and I'm like, all right. So again, I mean, what are the odds of that? I don't know, zero, really. I mean, just that I get that board. I mean, it was weird. I mean, at any time, I wasn't looking for a Ouija board. I bought it because it was $1, and like, okay, great, that's cool. Like, like a yard sale here. Oh yeah, sure, I'll take that. But it's like all this stuff, and like, well, what does it all mean? It's like you never see. It's like there's always puzzle pieces, and but they never fit. It's crazy. But what I did in the beginning of all of this was to try to determine, to eliminate possibilities. You know what I mean? Because I didn't know what I was looking at. We had no idea what to do with it. And that's, again, why I tried to find somebody that would, I reached out to a bunch of people, even MUFON, and I don't know if they all just think that, I send these photos everywhere. I was. And that one dude, Andrew, I can't say his last name, Basagio or whatever, he said he was time traveled since he was a kid because his dad was part of the Pegasus program. I don't know if you ever know who that is or not.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. So so at the time, that guy was like, traveling around the country, doing his thing, doing his speaking and stuff. So I sent him a message. I sent him the photos. I totally expected him to respond to me. He did respond, and he said, well, he goes, I'll take a look at them when I get back in town. Okay, that's fine. Did I hear back from him? Absolutely not. Is it because they were intercepted or what? So I'm thinking, were these intercepted when I sent them to MUFON, and were they intercepted to every UFO person I could find that just asked them, please, can you take a look at this and let me know what you think about this?
Well, but I'm going to step in here again.
Yeah, please do. Okay.
DOD, has enormous amount of personnel. All they do is monitor what you send, your emails, what you say on your phone, and all that stuff. So if it's anything that is out of place, all of a sudden you're being listened to. You got a file started on you. And, at that point, maybe they started intercepting your stuff because maybe they're intrigued with what you found. Now, I got people messaging me right now asking, describe this time machine, what it looks like, how big it is. The color of it, the texture of it, go ahead.
Right. Okay. So again, it's approximately 9 feet tall. And probably more than 6.5, maybe 7 feet wide. Again, just judging from the photo. And again, that was measured by knowing where the fact that how high up on the wall that it was and completely covered this poster that was in a frame that was on the wall. So that's how I could judge how tall it was. And it cast its own shadow. And even Barry, when he saw the pictures at first, he goes, "What am I looking at?" I go, "Barry, what do you mean?" And so when people see the photo, they just assume it's a part of the landscape. They're assuming it's in that room. Are you sure that's not a bookcase? What? Of course it's not a bookcase. But anyway, so yeah. And so the color, it's like a taupey sort of almost like a coral taupe color. And like it to me, it looked like wood, but, when we went back in the building and I was doing audio and asking about it, I said it looks wooden, and the response I got from someone said it's graphite. So now I know it was made out of graphite, it has like inlays in it that looks like window pane inlet, but no windows. You know what I'm saying? So, like, in other words, it looks like there should be windows there, but it's solid instead of like glass. At least that's what it looked like. And again, okay, so all right, so back to
does it have a door or anything on it, or anything like the TARDIS or anything like that?
Right, you can't. It doesn't look anything at all. If there is, you can't see it, or maybe it slides. And in the photo, it's a miracle, first of all, that he got the shot, because the shutters, like what I had sent you, I sent you the 2 stills, and I sent you the looped version. It was moving so fast that no way it could be seen by anybody's naked eye. I mean, just way too fast. And in order to get that loop version down, I think I don't even know how many times it was slowed down, tons and tons and times, so that you could see it, moving back and forth, or in frame and out of frame.
Now, did it make any type of sounds that was picked up on any of your equipment or anything?
No, didn't hear anything. I mean, just nothing. It was just, but again, because this weird guy that approached Scott and said someone else is in the photo, that stuck in my head. So after several weeks, I went ahead and I started looking closer at the still photo, and I'm like, damn, there is something there. Because like, just when you just glance at it, it just looks like depth perception because of like, the aisles in a library, because it's in the children's section, and there's these little aisles behind it. And so I'm like, that's what it is. But then if you look harder at it, you can see there's someone standing right next to it. So whether he was coming or he was going, I don't know. But and then at the same time that's happening, when in the loop version, you can see to the right-hand side, there's some black thing that's like a black streak that looks like it's coming from it and going across the counter. So there's all this stuff that's going on in like a millisecond is what it is. And again, I don't know how he's got a nice camera, but I mean, shutter can only move so fast. But
oh yeah.
Now,
we
go ahead.
Now,
yeah.
Have you had any strange people, come up and talk to you about it, and that you kind of felt uncomfortable with, or anything like that?
Yeah. No. I mean, the only people that ever approach me are after we do presentations. Every year we do this thing in October, and the time machine. And again, at the end, that's the last shot, because people are going to be able to go to that site and see where it was and all that kind of stuff. And then I have people like that. Like, there's always someone in the crowd. Well, actually, one guy was weird, but they never get back to me. This is what I'm talking about. Okay, you know what? Now that you reminded me, last year there was a guy. I wasn't uncomfortable with it, but it was odd what he said. Most people are like, hey, that's really cool. And, I know somebody. Everybody knows somebody, right? But this guy says to me, he goes, listen, I know a guy, and he worked for someone. I don't even know if he gave me the name, but he came to the event. And so he was there and he saw it. He's like, I know a guy. And he says, so let me, I got his email immediately because I wanted to stay in contact with him. He says, I'm going to let him know about this. And he says, but look, don't say anything. Okay. And that was it. Did I hear from him? No. I tried 2 times to email. I tried to get back nope, never. So what? The T cut off? I don't know who he was, but he's just this guy that came out of the woodwork and goes, hey, yeah, I know somebody who can help you with that.
Well,
okay.
I could see honestly that, you send an email to a few people, and maybe a few people just look at it and go, I'm not interested, and never email you back. But I find it's really strange is virtually everybody you make contact with doesn't get back with you. And that is what I find is very strange.
Right. At least tell me this is bullshit, and no. But no, they won't even, and I get that, I have a real good friend. He's a remote viewer. He's tried to, in fact, he's the one that told me, about you were looking for, anyway, about your show. But anyway, so, he's told people, he showed people, and he says, Marco, a lot of people just think it's fake. I said, I understand that. I understand, but what is the problem? Well, like you said, and 2 times trying to get on Coast to Coast. And the last time we tried to get on, the first time, and it's always through somebody else. this lady that works with George, I guess she's in St. Louis or something, or used to be, and she contacted him. She sent him the stuff, and he says to her, "I don't see anything." Okay, so he didn't believe it, I guess. Then a few years later, we try again. We get all the way to whoever his co-host is, the woman. I don't know. She told Harvey, "Okay, I want all of his stuff sent. Send everything." So I sent her everything. I sent a bio, just like what I sent you. I sent her all that stuff, and she says, "Yeah, we'll do this." Nope. Never got a call back. Never. Nothing. So is that George going, "This is bullshit," or is this somebody cutting it off again at the pass? It's been constant, and that's why, But back to trying to figure out what this could possibly be, besides something out of our dimension, just to appease other people.
Oh yeah.
Was I personally took 6 weeks of time to research between both libraries, Ontario and Upland libraries, into the archives. We pulled out the house, the address of the house that used to sit right there, exactly on that spot where this happened. And so then we tracked down the man that lived in that house, who was now probably almost 70 years old, but he was 10 years old. He was a boy when he lived in that house. So I called him and I asked him if he would meet me at the library. He said, "Yeah, I'll do that." So we met, and I showed him the photo, and I said, "Is this possible, right, that this what you see could have possibly have been a piece of the house that you lived in, or a piece of furniture that was inside the house?" And he said, "No, absolutely not." Okay, so that's done. I said, okay, so it wasn't some strange bleed through, I don't know. I just wanted to be sure. I said, okay, well, good. So, all right. So that's verified that it's not, because, we're talking big Victorian houses used to sit on this street before they were torn. 5 houses used to sit on that area before they built a library. And big houses, big 2-story wraparound porch, and it's big stuff, and they have ornamental crap hanging off them, that kind of stuff. And so I'm thinking, okay, it's possible, but no, that's not it. And, I've had some strange dreams since then, not lately, but all kind of sort of, I don't know. It's weird. But
well okay, let's go into that now for a minute. Pretend on
dreams.
Let's pretend on a psychiatrist. What type of dreams?
Okay, cool.
What type of dreams were you getting? What? And did they connect to this time machine or?
Well, see, yeah, a couple of them did, and I wish I had my dream diary up here, but it's downstairs. But maybe I could go grab it, but because my memory. Yeah, actually, one of them. I'm trying to think which one it was, and I feel that it was connecting with the library. And I'm going to grab that, if you don't mind, because it's going to be better that way. Because I don't want to stumble all over the place. Grab that. I should have thought of that earlier. And then sometimes you forget. You're like, what did I write? What did I even dream? But it was. Second, get back up here. Yeah. What it was, what I remember right off the top of my head, is I was in like some sort of. It was like a capsule. I was sitting in the back, and I think. Yeah, I was in the back. There was only 3 of us, 2 people in the front, and then I was in the back. And this younger guy was talking to me about, I don't know, I think some sort of Micronauts. Yes, Micronauts was toys that were very popular in the 70s. I had them. They were like little space things, is what they were, little space guys. Okay, here it is. Yeah. So the interior of this thing had 3 seats in it, and it was metal walls, and there was a hatch that opened in the front. Okay, so what it was we were traveling through the walls, and when we got up to the spot that we stopped, kind of like an elevator, or like a shaft, and then this hatch I had to exit through it. So when it's kind of like, and then I had to climb onto the carpet. Well, the carpet was the carpet in the library, is what the carpet was. So that was weird. That's and it's like I don't even know. Let me see. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't say anything. Never mind. Okay. But that was weird because I know that it was the library carpet, but then I climbed out and then there was nothing else. But if there was another one that was time machine related, Oh yeah, there was another one where that's not even it. God, yeah, I should have been Gary. I should have already went through this.